This is part 4 of the installment, www.15cities45days.com. I'm Tyler, coming to you again, this time from St. Louis. I've just finished 3 legs of my journey, first in New Orleans, then in Memphis, and now in St. Louis, which have been very different than the northeastern part of the country where I first started. Let's go with New Orleans. I went down to New Orleans, and I ended up staying under this massive bridge underneath Interstate 10. The bridge is also massive in terms of its homeless population. At times, there's more than 200 people who live underneath the bridge. The night that I stayed there, I'd say there were maybe 100 to 150 people who were staying there, or would be possibly soon heading over to the New Orleans Rescue Mission, which is really just about a quarter of a block away. But New Orleans struck me because it didn't seem to have as many daily services for the homeless community as many of the other cities that I've been to. In fact, it seemed like a lot of the volunteer efforts were geared towards rebuilding the actual community, but sometimes the homeless community seemed like it had been a little bit forgotten. You can read about Gene and his incredible stories that he told me while we slept and stayed underneath the bridge, underneath the New Orleans tab of this website. Then, after New Orleans, I headed over to Memphis. In Memphis, I was really blown away by the church where I served, the soup kitchen that they offer, and the love and compassion that they offer along with the food that they deliver. I met Ron Bizon, who's the head volunteer coordinator of the St. Mary's Catholic Church in Memphis, and I was lucky enough to serve with his crew for a day. Ron and his crew basically put together one of the best volunteer performances there is across the country. They serve people in the morning with coffee. They make sure that they give them food later on, and they also have praise songs which are being played throughout so that the people can enjoy some music while they're playing the food. I'd also encourage you to check out Ron's story about his son and the sentimentality that follows with that. You can see that underneath the Memphis tab of this website. Finally, I just finished up in St. Louis, where really I spent most of my time in East St. Louis. Having never been to St. Louis, I was pretty struck by the 2 disparities between both St. Louis and East St. Louis. In fact, I didn't even realize that East St. Louis was in Illinois, while St. Louis is actually in Missouri. You cross the river, and once you do, it's almost like crossing into a different world. In East St. Louis, there's very few public parks, if any. It's mostly abandoned buildings, and the people there live in great poverty. Whereas in St. Louis, there was really a thriving community downtown. There were beautiful public parks everywhere, and there were a lot of services that people could access. I encourage you to check out the story about the East St. Louis St. Vincent de Paul thrift store and the great work that people are doing there. Please follow me as I now head into the northern part of the Midwest, where I'll be in Chicago and then Detroit. Again, the website is always there at www.15cities45days.com.